Pedaling into Swan Creek. Get some pedaling in before I head over to the mountain bike park area. Get my legs warmed up. And they did some work up here pretty recently. The trails were pretty nice the last time I was here, so we'll see what it looks like now. I'm sure it's even better, especially with some of the rain we got recently last week, or earlier this week. So it should be pretty nice. Can't wait. So here's the trail map for Swan Creek. I am like here somewhere, and I'm thinking what I usually do is ground control, joyride. I haven't done the renewed frigid area, but I'll probably do that today. And then there's a couple trails that are kind of green. I'll probably warm up, you know, heading around. And then come back up to the central area and head up to a couple of these other trails. So warm up it is. Today I'm riding the Norco Fluid A3. When I purchased this, I did upgrade the fork upon purchase, so I immediately swapped out the rock shocks. I forgot what came with it, but RockShox fork that came with it for this Fox factory float 34. It's got a whole bunch of adjustability on it, and it is a pretty sweet ride. I think basically with the Fox fork, it's basically the same spec as the Fluid A2. Maybe the brakes are different, but these Tektro brakes on it work just fine. Good stopping power, no issues with it so far. It's a medium-sized frame because my other bike is an enduro bike, a Cannondale Jekyll. It's a large frame, and while it's great for going downhill, gives you a lot of confidence, it's not great for some of these smaller trails. You know, to move your bike around real easily. It doesn't do that so well. It goes great downhill in a straight line and around some sweeping turns and over jumps, but not so great in tight little turns and smaller trailheads or smaller trail areas. So this bike is perfect for that. I did notice my son works at the local Trek store, and although he's not a mountain bike aficionado in any way, shape, or form, he has gained a lot of knowledge over a couple years working there as a mechanic, and commented about how smoothly this SRAM drivetrain shifts compared to Shimano's, and I have to admit that he's right. Compared to the Jekyll with the Shimano XT drivetrain, it is very smooth. Had to be adjusted a little bit out of the box because it didn't come, the derailleur didn't come adjusted very well. It was dropping off the sprockets in low gear, so it would get caught up. It would jump off the sprocket in between the hub and the cassette. So once we got that dialed in, though, really smooth shifting drivetrain on the SRAM Eagle setup, I think it is. It's not a very high-end SRAM drivetrain, but it's very nice. Anyway, I'll save the banter for more trails when we get up to some faster stuff. This one's called Recess. It's that little vertical decline or descend here. Check it out. I'm not going down those rocks. Well, we're up here at the top of one of these jump line runs, and we got 3 trails coming off of here. one that I didn't see on the map down there, TNT, and I don't remember it being here last time I was here. It was being worked on, but it is a double diamond. I took a little run down it. Not a run down it, I went down to look at it. And I feel like maybe the first two gap jumps I could do. The other ones are well beyond my, out of my risk assessment zone for the day. So I think I will stick to Frigidaire and Joyride today. And I think we'll start off with Joyride. There's a little climb trail just to the left of Joyride as you're coming back up. Pretty easy. Get you right back up to the starting point for those 3 trails. Okay, we'll give Frigidaire a run. You gotta do a few times. Just listen, right? It's super peaceful up here. One more time down Joyride. I'm gonna go back to the van for a drink. Well, back in the van for a minute to get a little drink of water. So far, I went around that, I guess it was called Hustle and Flow. It's kind of like a trail that kind of meanders through the whole park. It's a green trail for the most part. Took one of the gravel road down to a little area where they have some of those vertical kind of rock descents, and they had some jumps. It looks like they're not really kept up with too much. There's a lot of broken glass down there, maybe some homeless camp type stuff going on, or where people go to party, I don't know. But I do know I wouldn't want to slide off my bike down in that area, because I feel like I'd be picking glass out of my butt for a bit. Made my way up through the trail on Hustle and Flow. I think it was, I forgot what the other one was. But anyway, up to the starting area for TNT, which is the gap jump line. I remember that being there. I remember Frigidaire being the gap jump line. Then they redid that to be more of a tabletop thing that I just went down twice. And Joyride has always been there. Those both are in really good shape. Fun to ride, short but fun. And a good goal is that giant tabletop at the end of Frigidaire is really long. That thing's got to be, I don't know, 22, 25 feet long. So I almost got my front tire over the landing lip, but I have to be going a little bit faster, I think, and be a little less scared. And TNT is definitely out of my comfort zone for right now. Maybe the first 2 jumps I could do, I think. But I think after that, it looks like it gets pretty, the jumps get longer, bigger, bigger gaps. Definitely not trying that today, but looks really well built and like a pretty nice trail. When I go back up, I'm gonna head up past Jumping Jack Flash, I think it's called, Jumping Zack Flash. That's just a little like jump line that's right there where those trails emptied out at, and I'm going to kind of head up towards Ground Control and Major Tom. Major Tom is, again, a little bit outside my skill set. Ground Control is right in my wheelhouse, so I'm going to hit that a couple times, and then maybe just explore around the rest of the trails around the park, and then probably hit those same jump lines a few more times before I take off for the day. So see you back up there. This place has a nice little dog park area if you have a little pooch or a big pooch. Looks like they have an area for large dogs and small dogs. I know this place has been here for quite a while, but I didn't really know how cool Swan Creek was until maybe a year ago. And it got exponentially cooler once I found this parking area, which I didn't know was here. The first time I was here, I parked in a cul-de-sac in looked like what was not a great neighborhood over there in Tacoma, and my kids are a bit younger. I don't even think we were here with bikes at the time. I think we were just here to check it out. And but there's a school and a library you can park at, but it's on the other side of this park, and it's, I don't know, the neighborhood didn't seem great. So this is a great parking area. It's really easy access to the trails. Hello. This parking area here is off of 44th Street. So off of Portland Avenue. You turn on the 44th Street by, there's a taqueria down there in Portland. Right across from the taqueria, you turn, and then you turn right before there's a school off of 44th, and you take a right and come on up the hill into this parking area. So short little pedal from the parking lot, and you're right here basically at the mountain bike area. Pretty cool facility. And from my standpoint, it's not really, it's probably further in miles away from the 360 trails from my house, but I don't think it's time-wise, as long as traffic is okay, because to get to 360 I gotta take all back roads, and it's like 10 miles. Here it's probably 30 miles, but it's all highway, so I think it probably takes about the same amount of time to get here as it does to get to 360 for the most part. Anyway, check it out if you're in the area. 3 trails to choose from here. Over there, the sign is hidden by that tree, is Green Trail Hustle and Flow. It's essentially the trail that kind of goes all around the park, around the outside of it, and cuts all around, big loop. Ground Control, one-way free ride mountain bike trail, and Major Tom, extreme technical features, mandatory gap jumps and drops. This is Ground Control to Major Tom. One of you have made the grade, and I'm sorry, my friend, it won't be Major Tom today. Off to Ground Control. Runs down Ground Control today. It's been about half a year since I've been here, so we'll take the first one a little easy. Well, I take all my runs a little easy, so. Hey, so this is the Norco Fluid A2 that I bought off Jensen USA maybe a month and a half ago now. It's normally $24.99. It was on sale for $16.99, and that's why I got it. I was looking for a smaller frame bike for trail riding more so than some of the downhill stuff, which the Jekyll is great for. And with the value on the bike, we were able to dump the Rock Shocks. I forgot the name of the fork that was on it, but we got rid of that and got a Fox factory Float 34, lots of adjustment. And the only thing I would change is I think I'm going to get a rear shock that has compression adjustment. This one only has rebound, and for compression you have to put more air in. So right now I ride about 215 psi. Seems to be okay, but I think I'm gonna get a different shock here in the future. Hey guys, so in the video there, I mentioned that the Norco was an A2. It's not. It's an A3. I picked it up off of Jensen USA a month and a half ago, I think. It's a 2023 model that I got for $16.99, and the MSRP on it is $24.99. So I got a pretty good deal. And with the money saved off of the MSRP, the one thing that on all the reviews that I saw on YouTube on the fluid line, especially the A3, when they got to that, was that the fork wasn't great. Everything else on the bike, the fluid frames are the same throughout the model lineup from A1 to A4s. And they also, Norco also adjusts the size of the chainstay based on the size of the frame. So a lot of bike manufacturers don't do that. You know, the chainstay is the same, but the frame size might change. Norco makes different size chainstays based on the size of the frame that you got. So I got a medium size frame on this one. Decided that with the money I was saving on MSRP, off of MSRP, that I would upgrade the fork. And Jensen USA also had a 2022 model, brand new, Fox 34 factory fork. It's got tons of adjustment, really nice fork, and that's essentially the same fork that comes on the A2. So for that low price, I was able to upgrade the fork, and because it was 2022, I think I got it for $375. It's normally like an $800 fork. So I think I got the whole bike for less than the MSRP would have been. Anyway, and I also added a P&W set of bars, a stem, and a set of grips to upgrade that stuff from stock. It's a really great bike. I recommend checking out Jensen USA for the deals that they have. And that fluid line it's an awesome bike. Like I was just in the market for something smaller than the Jekyll and something to take to the local trails that wasn't so, you really got to commit on the Jekyll. It's great for going downhill at the mountain bike parks like Lake Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie, where you're taking a lift up and then bombing down. I raced it once at Dry Hill and did a shuttle day at Dry Hill up in Port Angeles with it. It's perfect for that. But this Norco bike, if you're looking for a budget-friendly bike that is pretty awesome, Norco Fluid line is great. I really enjoy it. I think the only thing that I'm going to upgrade next, and it's probably it after that, is, well, I did change the tires. They come tubeless ready, so I made them tubeless off the bat. But I'm probably going to take that Rock Shocks Select rear shock and upgrade it to something that has a compression adjustment on it. This one only has a rebound adjustment. It's just fine the way it is, but I think it's something that I might want to have like a stiffer suspension for climbing. Other than that, perfect bike. Right. That was a better rundown than the first one. I'm gonna go one more time. Uh-oh, school's period's changing. That's what that bell was, I think. I have a little pump track here and a drop zone. Try turn around pump track. So this is the 56th Street side of the park. There's a few entrances to the trail system off of this road. And nothing personal if you happen to be watching this and live on 56th Street in Tacoma, but this isn't exactly the type of street where I would want to leave my car unattended for any period of time. So I would recommend parking either in the middle school, I think it's a middle school, might be a high school, and or the library parking lot that's just up the road a bit to the right, or going over to the other side of the park on 44th Street where there's that nice parking area with the bathroom and all that stuff, easy access to the bike park area. Okay, so now we're just going to pedal around and try to find our way back to the other side of the park using the trail system. Not knowing where I'm going exactly, but I think if I keep on the trails it'll get me there eventually, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then to the van and then home for some yard work. Nice out here though. Ooh, what's that? Looks like something I can get hurt on. Let's check it out. Oh man, that's a drop. You have to be going pretty quick for that. Well, that was Swan Creek in Tacoma. There's more cross-country stuff that I didn't go through today. It's not an immense piece of land for mountain biking, but there's a little bit of everything there. There's a few jump lines of very distinct levels of skill. You know, as I mentioned, the Joyride, the Frigidaire, and the TNT. I mean, those are three that are in one location, and they are definitely different in skill level. Joyride's a blue. Single diamond is the Frigidaire. Double diamond, which I didn't do today, TNT. And not that I didn't do it today. It's like I'll probably never do it, to be honest with you. But, and then at the other end, when you climb up to, there's Major Tom, which is a double diamond, and it looks fun. But, you know, maybe if I were 10 years younger, maybe 15, be honest. But ground control is awesome. What a great trail that is. It's super fun. Puts a smile on your face every time down. It's like maybe a 30-40 second run down. And then next to that's a hustle and flow little trail next to it. So I mean, it's green, single diamond, which I would say it's probably a blue. Ground control is. And then Major Tom, I really couldn't tell you, but it looks like a double diamond. It looks like every bit of double diamond from where I was looking at and singing to you guys. The cross-country trails are smattered throughout the forest there. There's that one little area. It's got some rock descents and another vertical descent, a few little jump lines on the backside where I was at first. Again, it looks like that's not really kept up that well. And there's a lot of broken glass in the area, so, you know, didn't puncture a tire or anything like that, but I don't think I'd want to fall there, you know. There's a drop zone there with, I think, 3 or 4 different wooden drops, various heights to work on your skills. A little teeter-totter, a little pump track area. They have a nice little lean-to picnic area there. There's a portable portable head there to use. And the whole area kind of is expansive in that there's plenty of other areas like paved surfaces and things to ride around if you just want to get some pedaling in. There's a community garden if you want to go plant some vegetables or whatever. So pretty cool place right there in downtown. That's not really downtown Tacoma, but it's in Tacoma. It's pretty urban. You know, it feels urban when you're there because like every piece of signage is pretty much graffitied over. But it's a little jewel there, right there in Tacoma, and it's not too far from the Kitsap Peninsula. It's really just about 6 or 7 miles over the bridge to get to it. It's pretty easy by car, and yeah, I recommend going out there. It's a fun place to go. They've done some work out there. I think it's Evergreen has taken that over too, and those trails, the jump lines in particular, are in great shape. So head on out to Swan Creek, check it out.